Hey everyone, welcome to Rev Trev NFL. My name is Trev and Trevor, whatever you want. Hope you're doing well because today we got ourselves a victory. We won, and that's the most important thing. But I just need to start this video and say this, that I was wrong. I was wrong. It was a trap game. All the people who are saying it, I think Dakota, you got Miles from Packers Weekly Podcast, all saying, yeah, this is good. I just smell that this is a trap game. And I said, that's not a trap game. It's a crap game. We're going to win 38-13. Okay, in my defense, we almost put up 38 points. Jordan Love got hurt. It could have still been it wouldn't have been 13. It could have got to 38. It could have got to 38 is what I'm saying. Maybe not. Okay. So I was wrong. I was just going to admit. I'm just full in. I was wrong. There was a number of things I was wrong about this weekend. Some of them I'm very happy about. Some of them I'm not impressed. And this is one of the ones where I'm not impressed. So I was wrong. It was definitely a trap game. I don't understand why. But today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so please take a moment to like and subscribe, everyone, to all the different stuff before we get going on it. Follow me on RevTrev NFL on X, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Facebook. I'm everywhere, and I love talking about the Packers. I love talking about the NFL. So good news is, let's talk about the good. The good, the bad, and the ugly tonight. Actually, it's just quickly the good is that we have awesome people in the chat already. Jason, welcome. What's up? What a win today. Yeah, it was closer than I was anticipating, my friend. It was closer than I was anticipating. Okay, so the good. And really, it's just dubs all day, okay? It's all about getting the W, right? The dubs, W, the win, So I've been very, very happy today that we just found a way to win, even though I thought we were going to landslide them. I thought it was going to be just an unbelievable massacre. And, you see it here, even though I was wrong. This is what I predicted. That's what I predicted. So coming out saying, sorry, my bad. I was wrong. Okay. But we got the W. And that's what matters. That's what really matters in this game, is that we got the W, that we got the win, because we're keeping in step with the Lions. Speaking of which, we got the Lions this week. So the other good thing is this. Let's talk about the stars. Excuse me, the stars of the game. And I would say definitely Tucker Kraft with his only 3 catches, but 76 yards and a touchdown. Gets another touchdown. I mean, he's having a phenomenal season, everyone. Absolutely phenomenal season. You've got Josh Jacobs with another great game this week. You got Malik Willis coming in and stepping up when we needed it. And so it's incredible timing for him to be playing well, to be in this system, to know it. And then, of course, we might as well talk about McManus again. Apparently in his contract, we have he's got to win game-winning field goals only. Like, he's got to be in those positions. So maybe we just kind of let the teams hang around, and then, yeah, it is what it is. So these are my helmet stickers, game of the week players, stars of the week. And yeah, that was, I mean, there's one more. I want to talk about it in just a second, but let's just talk quickly about Josh Jacobs. I believe it was 25 carries. Let me just confirm that. 25 carries, 172 yards. That is awesome. 127 yards, I meant. 122 touchdowns. solid game by him. Some of those moves that he made, the one that he came through and he shifted, and I mean his coming through those holes and through the middle is really special. And I know that every running back is supposed to have some kind of those skill sets, but can we just stop and just say, man, we're so glad we have him on the team. I know a lot of us were upset about the Aaron Jones thing, but like that's the past. We're all about the present now. And I told everyone that Josh Jacobs was actually a better running back, a better runner than Aaron Jones, where Aaron Jones was a better receiving running back. And not that Aaron Jones couldn't go through the tackles, but what I'm saying is that Josh Jacobs has really started to turn things around this season and been more effective. And in fact, if we're honest, he was probably the best player for us today. He was the best player for us today. So, yeah, I mean, obviously you got to give the O-line a ton of credit. You got to give the scheming some credit as well. Execution, all those things, the blocking, everyone was involved, whether it was wide receivers, linemen, tight ends, didn't matter. It was a team effort on this one, but 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's impressive. And then if we go to the defensive side of the ball, and there, to be honest, it wasn't a lot. I would say the good is that Xavier McKinney gets his 6th INT of the year. That's something to talk about, right? Like, he's still leading the league in interceptions. He gets another ball hawk. Man, I just think, like, watching this guy play is fantastic. It's so fun to watch him, and what an addition to the Packers team. And so I'm thankful. Post in the comments what you thought were the good moments of today's game. Some of the stars, maybe I missed some here. And just like Jason says that Josh Jacobs is an absolute workhorse. We knew that. Hey, man, good to see you. You guys eked out one today. I mean, that's all that matters, right? But you're right. I was hoping it would be a bigger win for sure. I know Bears fans are pushing back whenever. There's a lot to talk about. We'll talk about the Bears in just a second. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to the Bears, but their fans, all they can say today is like, well, we beat the Jags by a lot. You beat them barely. So therefore we're better than you. No, that doesn't mean that yet. Now it does concern me. I'm like, how come the Bears can torch them and we couldn't? Obviously the Lions, your Lions, stomped everyone, absolutely stomped them. That's another thing I was wrong about, by the way. I predicted the Lions were going to win by 40. What I should have said is that they were going to score over 40. That's what I should have said. But I was, two points away from 40? I was at 38. So I was wrong again. But McKinney gets the big touchdown. And we're going to go into the bad and the ugly. If you guys want to post in the comments what was the bad, what was the ugly, well, let's dive in. Might as well just rip off the Band-Aid here. And let's be honest, Jordan Love didn't play great today. He didn't. 14 completions on 22 pass attempts, only 196 yards passing, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's not good enough. I'm sorry, everyone. It's just not good enough. I mean, the good news is that Miracle Malik helped us to have a shot to win. That's a real blessing to have him for sure. For sure, that's a blessing. And then let's talk about the ugly, because there's not lots of bad, there's lots of ugly. And Jordan Love's play, I think, was bad, and it was ugly that he got a groin injury. And, of course, we don't know what his status is for next week. He's already playing on a messed up knee, and so I don't know what the future holds for him. I don't know who's going to play next week, and it's going to be very, very, very interesting. So, yeah, so that's ugly. That's the ugly news, everyone. He got injured. He couldn't play. Now, you're saying, well, Trev, the bad is he didn't play the full game. Yeah, it was early on in the third quarter where he got injured, so those numbers could be better, but they weren't. So let's just be honest. They weren't good. He wasn't good today. It was bad. It was bad. Okay. And then, in my opinion, the defense didn't look great. Only 1.5 sacks on Trevor Lawrence. If I've got that stat correctly, let me just quickly look again. Only one sack. I've even got that wrong. Only one sack today, and that was Edgerrin Cooper. So I need to change that graphic. So it's only one sack today on Trevor Lawrence. Like, doesn't that concern you a bit? Now, we did get the interception, so that's good news. That's really good news. But didn't get to him like I was anticipating and hoping. So that was definitely ugly. Now, speaking of ugly, let's just pause for a moment and talk about the Bears heartbreaker. That was an ugly loss, guys. It was an ugly game. Both rookies were okay. Actually, no. I think Caleb looked ugly today in his play. He was terrible. Everything about the Bears was terrible except for DeAndre Swift. That guy, I guess, kind of like Josh Jacobs, carried the team. Okay? Definitely, like, he was the bright spot. And then when they started running the ball, it's like, hey, guys, this is working. You might want to do this more once they did. What was terrible as well is that the Commanders couldn't get a touchdown. Kept getting held to a field goal. That's where the Bears defense was the bend, not break. So that was really good, right? That was really good. But here we are, everyone, and it's just this heartbreaker for the Bears. They finally score at the end. I think Jaden Daniels looked way better than Caleb Williams. I mean, the passes that Caleb were missing, like over the head, way far behind the receiver, he looked terrible. But they get the go-ahead touchdown, and it's like, wow, they did not play well. They're going to beat a 5-2 team. And then a miracle happens, and literally it's a miracle. Jaden Daniels has enough awareness to move out of the pocket. He gets the right blocking, and he just chucks it up, and it's a Hail Mary, and there's a tip, and it's the cornerback. Was it Johnson? True. I've got that on. By the way, if you haven't followed me on if you haven't followed me on my social media today, especially Twitter today and Facebook, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolute craziness because I've posted so many things about the Bears and how terrible they are this week and all those things. Okay, where is the one? Stevenson, number 29, cornerback, he gets humbled, everyone. It's not over till it's over, pal. It's not over. So he's already trash talking the crowd. The play goes on. He finds it. He has to run across the field. He goes up and he tips the ball. He's the guy who tipped the ball right to Noah Brown. For the easy touchdown for him. And the Commanders win. The Commanders get a huge, huge game. Bears lose a heartbreaker. And that was just beautiful. It was awesome. I mean, think about being a Bears fan right now. Think about it. It's got to be terrible. It's got to be terrible, right? You're like, I'm good. I don't need like our Bears fans just like how like they played a number of good games and then they come out and like Caleb was like, oh, Caleb's turned around the last 3 games. He's had the highest in the NHL. It's like our NFL. And here we are, and look at how great he is. And then today, it's like, man, he looked like back to his first 3 weeks bad. That's how bad it is. And so when he plays good teams, is this what he's going to look like? Because I've got my friends trying to tell me how Jordan Love's bad, and he's got all these interceptions. But I'm just telling you, as a Bears hater as well, like myself. Yeah, you think Jordan Love's bad? Right now, you just watch Caleb Williams. You should not say a word to us, okay? You should not say a word to us right now. This whole thing, Jordan Love sucks. Well, Jordan Love sucks. Caleb's worse. So what does that mean that the Caleb Williams is? Caleb Williams was awful today. Was awful. I think he had like 10 passes completed. He was off. He got under pressure. He couldn't handle the pressure. He couldn't handle the big moment. And I think they play the Cardinals coming up next and someone else, Patriots. And then there's a gauntlet. And it's a crazy gauntlet. Okay, everyone. It's an absolutely crazy gauntlet. And this is what they play week 11. They play at home against the Packers. And then they play at home against the Vikings. And then they play week 13 at the Detroit Lions. Week 14 at the 49ers. Week 15 at the Minnesota Vikings. Week 16 at home against the Lions. Week 17 in Seattle versus Seattle and versus the Seahawks. And then week 18, they end the year at Green Bay at Lambeau Field. So we're gonna find out what the Bears are made of in the next number of weeks. But the next 2 weeks, they've got to get wins. They have to get wins because you know why? This is what it looks like right now. The 6-1 Lions are first place. The 6-2 Packers are second place. The 5-2 Vikings are third place. And the 4-3, yes, you heard that right. The 4-3 instead of the 5-2 Chicago Bears, dead last. And so that's where we're at. That's where we're at, everyone. This is craziness. Now, let me get into this, and I got 2 things more to chat about, and I'll just dive into some more of your comments. But yeah, that Bears game is one of the wildest games I've ever seen. How the scoring, and I think that you're talking. I think you're talking about the Lions game. McKinney is the defensive player of the year so far. Yep, I can see that. Jordan Love is going to be out for a while, maybe a month or 2 with that groin injury. We'll see, but probably, but we'll see. I missed the Hail Mary. Dude, it is everywhere. Just go to my Twitter, go to X, and go to RevTrev NFL. You'll see it there. Yeah, and Jaden Daniels play with broken ribs today too. I'm rooting for the NFC North to win all non-conference games. Yeah, that's cool. Dude, it was wild. It was wild. Dude, that's exactly what it's like. That's what it's like. I feel bad. I don't know if I feel bad. It would be awful to be a Bears fan right now. A Bears fan, it would be awful to be a Bears fan with what happened today. I mean, that's not the first time that's kind of happened. You guys know what it's like in Detroit. That happened the one time with Aaron Rodgers passing it to, was the other Rodgers, the tight end. That was beautiful. I was in Mexico when that happened. I was in a sports bar watching it, so that was pretty cool. And then I caught enough to see Caleb did look totally out of place. Oh yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible. Okay, so let's just quickly talk about. By the way, if you're not following me on X or Facebook, I just released my newest edition of the Packers news. So go check that out. Talked about surviving the trap game. Talked about McKinney. Talked about the Bears a little bit there. But please check it out and share it on your socials. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, it's hot off the presses, everyone. Okay, so and then the last thing, let's talk here. Let's just take my social stuff on here off because I wanted to just kind of focus on. Let's talk about the Detroit game. So, good news is week 9. It's going to be at Lambeau, so that's great news. That's really great news. Bad news is a good chance we're not having Jordan Love. So, but Malik Willis is 2-0. So who knows? We'll see. And Detroit's come off some big wins. So we're going to find out how this team's going to handle some adversity. I am nervous now without Jordan Love there. I'm leaning that Detroit's probably going to win this game. They should win this game. They have every reason to win this game. I mean, J-Mo's not there, but that's nothing. Hutchinson not being there, that's a big deal. I guess it's going to come down to defense and if we can stop the run, which we haven't been able to stop the run almost on anyone all year. So the way Gibbs and Montgomery look, it's like just hand the ball to them and they should win the game. Goff again had a decent day. Didn't have to throw much. Had a couple touchdowns early on and just like And they just slaughtered. It was a massacre, and I predicted that. So yeah, any thoughts on that, everyone? Yeah, without Love, it could be rough for sure. Billy, good to see you. If you guys haven't followed Billy on YouTube, do it, but also follow him on all his socials. BPAC. Billy is a great follow as well. So yeah, BPAC is great. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those wild ones, everyone. I'm not sure how we're gonna do if there's no Jordan Love. Now the wild thing is that Jordan Love could have had a season-ending injury, that he was supposed to be out 3 to 6 weeks. Was he back by week 3? Like, it wasn't even not by week 3, but 3 weeks in. Like, he only missed 2 games and he was back. So he's already kind of in a bad spot there. So the linebacker play of the Lions is elevating exponentially since Hutch went down, and it forced to go with Malik. That would be bad. Well, the thing is like, if you look at Malik's stats, okay, we're talking about like 4 out of 5 today. He had that beautiful pass to Jaden Reed. Didn't he throw the touch? He threw the touchdown, didn't he, to Tucker Kraft? I believe he did. Let me just see. Yeah, he threw the touchdown to Tucker Kraft. So, I mean, it's not that he's useless. Yeah, it's just something to consider. It's something to consider. And I don't think it's over with Malik. The thing is that he's proving people wrong. He's taking his opportunity. And then we have an incredible run game. So can you guys stop the run? That's what I don't know if the Lions can stop the run. Joey, good to see you. How am I doing? I'm doing well, man. Never caught you live. Always get the videos. You post them after. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and watching. I super appreciate it. Whether you're here live or later, I appreciate it. But I'm glad you're here live. So post in the comments what you thought was great about the Packers game, what you didn't like. I did the good, the bad, the ugly. If you came here late, definitely check that out. You can go back after it's done. Can Malik get over the top like Love? That's my thoughts of the thing. Well, the answer is already yes. I mean, I keep saying he's going to lose, right? So I thought he was going to lose in week 2. I thought he was going to lose in week 3. And here we are. Both wins. So I know we didn't play Detroit in those weeks, but it is very important to know that he has already had the ability that even today in a not great situation, he came through. So yeah, he might surprise you. And there's a reason why I call him Miracle Malik. So yeah. So Joey, I was excited as well to see Xavier get that other pick. I'm glad we have Malik as a backup, and bye week at the time. We do so many injuries. Yeah, isn't bye week week 10 for us? I think it is. Let's just see. Because it goes Lions. Yeah, because Bears are week 11. So it's like play the Lions, the 6-1 Lions against the 6-2 Packers, and then we get a bye week, and then we get the Bears. So I meant specifically certain over the top of the LB throws not win. Yeah. You know what? We'll see. I'm not counting us out. I don't think it's like one of those moments where it's like it's already over before it's started, because I do that too many times and then I'm wrong. So, but knowing me, and because I do passionate, realistic, honest content, I'll probably pick the Lions to win this week, because everyone's going to pick the Lions to win this week. But of course, I will always be cheering for my Packers to win, no matter what. I cheer for no matter what, even though I have realistic takes. So yeah, that's where we're at, everyone. Coming up this week, it's going to be a big thing. By the way, last video I did was with Acme Army, and man, that was a great time. If you haven't watched that video yet, please go back and check it out. We had a blast. We talked for an hour and 5 minutes, and it felt like it was 15 minutes of us chatting together. Like it was incredible. And I know that he would be disappointed with a lot of things from today's game. He already tweeted me about Keyshawn Nixon. He's not He's not as big of a fan as we are, but I find that he's a bit of a game changer. Yes, he makes some mistakes, and he's not always great in the coverage, but he seems to get the fumble or the interception or the big hit or whatever at the right time, and that's valuable. And of course, the kickoff returns. So that would be good. No game is won until the final. So that's true. That's true. Can't wait for the Packers Bears. I feel like the Pack will destroy them, especially the defense. Not sure if we'll have more sacks or picks. Just can't wait. Yeah, we should win that game, right? We should win that game. We'll see how it goes. I'm just watching the end here of the Cowboys game. They are losing 30-24 with 3 minutes left. Dak almost just threw a pick. So that is interesting. I've got Dak in my fantasy pool, and he has been terrible until just recently, and he just pushed me over. I'm going to get the win now because of his play. So thankful for that. Absolutely thankful. Only has 13 fantasy points at the moment, but that was enough because the rest of my team is absolutely stacked, everyone. And I still have neighbors to play tomorrow night. So, Jason, you're right. Any given Sunday, any team can win. Any team can win. Absolutely. So it's going to be really interesting. It's obviously must-see TV next Sunday. I'm personally looking forward to it. Can't wait. Look at tonight's Dallas game. Niners looked like they had it on locked on. Cowboys had a lock on. Cowboys have the ball to win. Yeah, now have the ball to win. Yeah, so hopefully, this is a league of parity, right? So that's something that we need to continue to remember. So what are they on? They're on their own 30, and he's throwing it deep right now. And he should have caught that. Is it Turpin? Right in his hands. Didn't get it tonight, everyone. So now it's 4th and 10. They have to go for it. So going for it long. I mean, it's literally just bounced. Like it literally hit him here, and it's out. You got to catch that. I know it's not easy. It hit his helmet too. So, well. I mean, I don't like either one of those teams, the 49ers or the Cowboys. Can they both lose? Can I just say that? But I would like it if the Cowboys won, just for the fact that it would be interesting. Okay, you got to throw that right now, Dak. And no flag. No flag. Well, I'm ahead of you. How in the world can I be ahead of you? I'm on the stream, which is always late. So late, I meant to say. That's the thing about this. Oh yeah, he dived. There's no infraction there, unless he tripped him. Oh yeah, that's what he's saying. Coming out of nowhere. Well, I don't know. Controversy in Dallas and in the 49er game. Shocking, like it always is. All right, everyone. Well, thanks so much for watching this. I am looking forward to all your TVs are on wireless in a big house. Okay, I understand. So you can't be watching. Well, maybe you can watch a stream and be on right time, but all right, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting the channel. Again, if you haven't followed me on the other channels, on the other stuff, X and YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff, check it out. I got all kinds of stuff, especially on X tonight. I went wild on all the stuff bashing the Bears. That was fun. And next week, Packers Lions. Looking forward to seeing what happens. So have a great day. We got a victory. That's all that matters. And of course, always, go Pack, go.